I can hear you though. Can you hear me?
Yes, welcome back, sis. Welcome back, man. Well,
Thank
guess yo,
you.
what I tell you, knowing I was gonna talk today, I was happy the whole day knowing I want to chop it up with you.
Oh, are you
You
kidding?
miss. You gotta know you miss. You have to
You
know.
know what?
You are missed.
I am overwhelmed at the like love and support of everybody who's like, "Oh, Pristavia, we'll get back." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't
You
know."
shocked,
I
bro?
said, "It feels good. It feels good."
Are you shocked?
And not entirely, but to some degree, yes. At the amount of how much, yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Nah,
never
we're not
know.
doing that, David. We're not doing
You never know. I
that. I
know
was.
that some. I knew that some people,
Mm,
we're looking forward to it because off of like social media, they express that. So I know some people, but like the amount, I didn't know. I didn't know. So
well, let me just say off rip, congratulations again,
thank
mom. You know
you,
what I mean?
thank
Congratulations,
you.
mom. You know what I mean? How's the
Thanks.
family?
They're blessed. So thank God for that. Baby's doing
Absolutely,
wonderful.
absolutely.
Yeah, everybody's blessed. Thank God.
Absolutely. So how's it been? Because check this out. Your last tweet was some responding to a fan that said to you, I miss hearing Pristavia rap.
Hmm.
That was November 6th, 2023. you, you've been secluded away from battle rap though. But I guess can you tell us what you've been doing since that time though? How's life been
Listen,
treating
I
you?
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I went on a serious hiatus, remove myself mentally because maybe I just needed that because you go through, just being pregnant. Maybe you're just going through whatever changes that you are, and a lot of things were just changing from my life, dynamically. So I wasn't watching battle rap, and then before I listened to it several times a day, all day. You know what I mean? I wasn't watching it. I was out of the loop. I'm just still kind of getting back into it. Wasn't watching and removed myself to the point where I was even ambivalent as to whether I was going to return. I was like, do I really? I'm such enjoying this equanimity that do I really want to come back? I'm not sure, but
Hey,
and a few people would hit me up to be on their platforms, and even Remy for her December card.
right.
I was gonna be on the December card. The opponent that she had suggested at the time wasn't available, and so it kind of got shorter notice. And I felt like I needed a lot of more time to prepare because I was removed. So it was only like a month left. She was asking me to, think about a new opponent, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that to myself, like, just coming back in it. I
Right.
want to have a better performance. I don't want to do it with perfunctory. So I waited, and I'm glad I did because she reached back out. She
Mm.
reached back out, and I let Remy faithful. So I appreciate Remy. I appreciate Remy.
When you wrestling with the idea of returning or not returning, right? When you
Hmm.
have a conversation that whether it's family members, significant other, right,
Hmm.
other people that you're probably close to you tight knit. What are those
Hmm.
conversations are people saying to you though? That's close to you though.
Well, I'm as far as like those who are in battle rap, I'm really close with Elijah Strait
Elijah.
and Voice and Saga. So our little team that we have
Right,
here, they
right,
was like, yo, stop playing. Like, nah, you stop playing. You play too much. Like, what? you,
right.
you so they really weren't going for it. Like, they like, what
Mm,
he ain't paying mind with that. But I wasn't gonna make that public announcement. I don't really like the whole, oh, people retiring every few months, from back.
right.
So I wasn't gonna publicly say that I was just gonna gotta disappear if that was the ultimate decision. I was like, maybe and I'll be honest, I was wondering because I was so removed and the way like my creative strat like how well, before when I was creating, it would just come. It would just come like, and I'm finished almost my rounds in 3 days. They'd be like, "What? Like you just got the battle?" And then like 3 days later, I'm like, "Yo, y'all want to hear my material?" Like, and they'd be like, "You get on my nerves for staying," But it was taking longer. And I'm
Right,
like,
right,
oh my God, do I still
right,
have it? Am I
right.
still,
Mhm,
So that
mhm.
trepidation as to whether or not I was still gonna be good, effective. I don't know why I had that. I don't know why I had that, but whatever.
Did you all right. The impression, right? I'm using the word impression that you left us with, right?
Hmm.
When you stepped in the game, I was privy to be in the building when you battle official. I was right there when you battle official,
Dope.
and just to watch everybody just look at you when you rapping. And I'm with Shotgun Suge, I'm with John, and when you rapping, I'm around the dudes, and the way they going crazy over you, I'm
Oh,
with
that's what's up.
top-notch battle rap dudes, and they just tell them, yo, they just love you, and just watch your
Wow.
peers, especially the
Yeah.
males,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
go crazy over you. You know what I
That's
mean? So it's
that's
like,
my biggest compliment is from those who I admire and I just love what they do. When they compliment me, that's my biggest compliment.
mm,
So, Danny Myers, Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti, Sue
right,
Surf and Tay
right.
Rock, these are they're colossal,
Mm.
to me. So I'm like, well, so to get their respect, I appreciate that.
So what was the final straw? Was so let me ask you this: if Remy did not reach out to you, right?
Mhm.
You still would you have been falling back still, or would you
Yeah,
just
yes. Probably because you know what? It
okay?
had to make sense.
Okay,
Like
gotcha.
the return battle, it had to be for me, it had to be Chrome because there's no place like Chrome, right? So it
Right?
had to be Chrome and it
Mhm.
had to be a reputable opponent. And so I think that Shayna Ashley is worthy. So
Absolutely.
so I was like, when she said Shayna Ashley, I'm like, that makes sense. There was a few names that she could have threw out there that would have made sense for me, and in my opinion, just the trajectory of where I feel like I'm kind of going and was going. She, as a formidable opponent, as a respectable opponent, people love her, people like her. She does well.
Mhm.
I thought it made sense, so I was like, yeah, all right,
Well, you know the
cool,
word on the street. I don't know you're probably on the low, but I'm a blogger, so I got to keep my ear to the street. So,
good.
you ready for the pressure?
Tell
They're
me.
already saying this is battle of the night.
You know what? I saw that too, and
I
I'm
don't
like,
know you know
what?
what they're saying. That's what the street is saying, love. They say this is potential battle of the night.
That's dope, and I like that anticipation, and I'm gonna claim it too. You know what? Why not? Because it's gonna be a dogfight. She's
Absolutely.
no slouch. I'm no slouch. We're gonna be at loggerheads, and we're both gonna bring our best. Um, so yeah, it's like who else? Even above the male, so that feels good because who Swamp
Swamp
and
Aver,
Verb, and
but
that's
they're
cool.
still
But
saying that y'all are gonna, you know.
I agree. I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, I know you're not familiar. You say you're removed from battle rap, but Shayna, she has not lost a round on Chrome.
Okay. Well,
Like,
she okay. I
I mean,
saw her. I saw her.
The Tornado battle. I don't know if you saw that or heard about that
I
battle.
did. So you can't lose around in that way. He's
Yeah,
battling
yeah,
himself.
okay. And then she 30 Rosenberg.
And
Was
she
that on
did
Chrome?
really. They gave it a 30.
Some of
That
these
was
were
a good
30
battle.
though.
I certainly gave her the battle.
Okay.
Ma- I don't know whether or not I felt like the first round may be debatable. He came out pretty strong, but then she came after him and
Mhm.
she may have swept it. She may have edged it. So I could, a
Right.
gentleman's, maybe a gentleman's or a edge 2-1 if you want to swing the first round to him. Because I think he did good the first round, but I think it was most people won't debate that she won that battle. And I gave it to her. I gave that to her.
How familiar are you with Shane overall? I'm pretty sure you're a student of the game. You watch everything. You've been here for a long time. Like, do you
I
watch
mean,
it?
technically, here's the this is the funny thing. Now I'm technically kind of new, maybe not anymore because I came in battle rap in 2020. So now I've been 4 years in battle rap. So that but admittingly, I haven't watched a whole bunch of female battle rap.
Mm,
Admittingly, Official has always been my favorite female, lady battler. She's always been my favorite. She's still my favorite. So I haven't watched a whole lot of Shayna
mm,
up until having to prepare for this battle. And I still haven't watched all her battles. She does. I mean, she don't have a whole bunch of battles at this point. I might have more
yeah,
battles than she did. Yeah, she don't have.
yeah,
She don't have
yeah.
very
She got a
many.
lot of titles
Right,
right
she don't
here.
have very many.
Mm,
But I haven't watched all of them yet. Um, so yeah, I think so. In that, I think a couple years ago on Twitter Spaces, there was some back and forth, which is why I also thought this battle was appropriate because there was this little bit of a back and forth, and I think I don't know, people are just always so kind of in their ego and they're bent in towards themselves, right? Oh, and if you don't acknowledge their ego, then they get offended. And that's what happened. And so I feel like she got offended because I wasn't familiar with her. And so she was like, and so I was like, wait, but I battled Lady Caution and I battled Tia S, and I respect
Right.
these girls and I like these girls, and they've been in the in the game for a long time. And I like them girls, so I didn't like that she was downplaying what they have contributed to female battle rap. But I felt like
Mm,
she was, and I felt like she was holding herself at this paramount standard to them. And I'm like, wait, but who are you? And so she was like, yeah, you better know who I am, and da 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 da. And so, like I said, people are bent in towards themselves. I don't really participate in their egos, but I thought that the battle made sense and was appropriate for that reason because there was that initial back and forth between Shayna and I. I don't know the young lady personally, but we will that day though. We gonna know each other.
so hold on, you have not forgotten that, huh? You have not forgotten
And
that
I'm
exchange.
certain she and I'm certain she hasn't. I'm certain
Right,
she
right,
hasn't. Like she said,
right.
I know she hasn't because I know she felt like I was talking crap, and I really wasn't. I just wasn't participating in what you were saying. I'm like, no, I respect, you know what I mean? You don't downplay those girls. I off in battle rap and out of battle rap. I love TS and I love Lady Caution. And I appreciate as when I was coming up, them giving me a shot because that's what it's
Right,
like. You know what I mean? There's
right.
a new girl, and now you battle this new girl. Who is this? Who is she? Where did she
Mm,
come from? Because I'm not young, per
right,
se. I'm not like really young, but I entered
right.
battle rap when I became interested in it. I wasn't before. And so they're like, but I'm like, so because I'm new to battle rap, I'm thinking like people think I'm new to rapping. Two different things. I've been doing this for quite some time. I've been around a long
Right,
time, But
right.
so anyway, that was so there was that dialogue between she and I, and so I think that this battle was appropriate.
So it's a little spice in a backstory here,
It
now. So it's
is. That's you gotta like the spice though.
a
You
little
gotta like the
backstory
spice. You
here.
gotta like the
Okay,
spice.
okay, okay, okay. Are you, are you nervous?
A bit, not so
Mm,
much right now, but a bit because when I was texting Rim, she was like, "Yeah, a lot of people are anticipating your return. No pressure." I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, no pressure. Sweat from my
hello.
eyebrow."
Uh, uh,
And
uh,
so realizing that a lot of people are anticipating the return, naturally, I want to do my best and I want to do
mm,
well, which I think that we both will. And I like I said, I really like the idea of this battle, but we want to give the supporters and the fans a great battle.
mm.
So a little bit,
Anxiety? Can I say anxiety also a little bit?
a
Probably.
little bit, but I think those are just natural jitters. I always try to put myself in the moment, not overthink it. Hey, this is what you
Mm,
do. You're
right.
just doing. If you prepare yourself well, then that kind of diminishes that level of anxiety. And I just try to be in the moment, and it's and woosah and
Who's
relax.
out?
I'm not woosah. I'm not so nervous as far as like because of my opponent, but just the return and wanting to do well for my supporters, wanting to do well for Remy,
Mm,
want to
mm,
impress my peers. But
mm.
ultimately, I just try to be in that moment, be in the moment.
So being that you haven't wrote raps since when? 2023?
So yeah, that was the official was the last person I wrote for. And I know a lot of people think like, oh no, she had time off, so she was writing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was
Wow,
so removed. I didn't know who was battling who and what
sis.
was what, man.
You sound like you
100%.
detox from sis. You sound like you detox from the world. You
I
just
did.
manifested almost. It feel like that though, Pristavia.
I did. And I needed that.
You
I
did that though,
needed
right?
that reset. I needed a
Right.
reset.
Not always
Because
scrolling, not always doing this right on the phone every day. Check, you know what I mean? Right,
and
right.
rapping every day, because when you in battle rapping, when you're rapping frequently, you look like a maniac. You in this, every second that you get, you're going over your rounds.
Mhm.
Everything you watch on TV or pass by in the street, you try to make a bar out of it, and
Right.
it consumes
Crazy.
you. And it consumes you. And so I definitely wanted to be more involved and present. And now I have a 7-month-old and a 6-year-old. And so
Mhm,
just
mhm.
involved taking them in. That's it.
So obviously you started writing already, right?
Yeah, 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 certainly. Yeah.
So when you started writing, right, was it like, all right, when you first grab what is it, pen or pad or phone you grab, whatever you used to write your raps, right?
Mhm.
Was it like, All right. The first line you wrote or the first line you came up with, was it like a relief? What was that like?
You
Did
know
that
what?
first
Because it, like I said, it wasn't just flowing how it was in the past. So this is that initial nervousness, like, oh my God, am I gonna do this? Is this gonna be right? Because you don't want no, because you can hear it, like whether or not this is fire or whether,
right?
oh, this is mid.
Mhm.
So when I got the first few bars that I was kind of really impressed with, I was like, oh, okay, now it's still here. Are we good? Are we back? All right, yeah. So but I haven't let anybody hear the rounds yet, because I always like kind of let the guys hear it to make sure, like, you haven't heard any bars like this before, just to kind of vet it to make sure they haven't kind of heard anything similar, because they listen to it more. They know a lot more than I do, as far as like y'all haven't heard nobody say. I don't want nobody saying that, oh, Pristavia got this bar from who and
Right,
such and
right,
such.
right, right,
So I
right.
kind of have them, an extra ear to be like, get their opinions about things, but I haven't yet. I want to make sure I have it solid, but we in there. It's
You have
coming
to
along.
psych yourself, sis. You have to psych yourself out to watch battles. Are you back in that mode now? Or are you getting back into that?
You know what? I'm back to enjoying watching it. When it start feeling like a chore, a job, a
Mhm.
duty, then it's like not fun. I entered battle rap when I did initially because I was like, oh, I could do it. I was just that level of excitement, and so maybe that's what was having me, just the creative juices of writing. Just it just was happening just so fluidly. Um, but so yeah, now I'm back to just watching it and watching it because I enjoy it and watching it. But I'm like, I kind of watch the same people over and over, those who I like. So but I'm trying to like watch more different and different people.
Mm.
So
Who have you watched? If you mind me asking, who have you?
I watch a lot. I watch a lot of people. I watch, Rum and Danny and Twerk. I watch Jada Nightwing, Kid. There's a lot of
Mm,
people that I watch. I watch Kid Chaos. I watch
mm,
Real Sick. I watch a few of
you'll
these
see.
guys. I
All right.
watch Surf. I watch Rock. I watch Tay Rock a lot.
Mm,
Because he's just an amazing professional.
wow.
I love everything about what Rock does in the ring, and so some of those guys that I mentioned, there are some that I watch just because I'm just watching it and I like them, and there's some that I'm watching because I'm like being inspired, or how they do that, how they did this, and everything like that. So some I'm studying, some I'm just watching because I enjoy them.
Not that you don't show the ladies they just do though, but do you think the women feel the way that you salute the men more than them?
I think so. And you know what? And I'm a woman's type of woman. I'm
Right?
a
I see
huge
you got a shirt on that says black. What your shirt say? Black what? What it say?
black and proud. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay, 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 okay,
You know
okay.
what I
Right?
mean?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But I'm a huge supporter of women. I,
Mm,
I I'm a woman's type of woman. Um, but I like to be honest. And if I'm just being honest, some of them, I respect everyone's creativity and how they come, and so I don't want to diminish anybody's
right,
what
right,
they,
right,
because
right.
people take time with what their craft, and they should be, and they're proud of it. But so this is not me, I don't like that to diminish it. Maybe it's that just the tone of the man, maybe just this natural aggression, like people, like, in my regular talking voice, they're probably surprised when she start rapping, but it's just,
Yes, we
when
are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I but I do have a natural aggression kind of about me, really, you know.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn. Come on now. Let's do this.
You
BK, you
know
know
what
the vibes.
I'm talking about. You
Already know.
know
You know the vibes.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
I mean, like,
Absolutely.
I try to be intentional in my kindness, but I do have a natural aggression about me. And so maybe that's what just draws me to the men. So it's certainly not to diminish the quality of the women. I like a lot of women in battle rap. I love Official. And maybe because she has that type of aggression and she came and she was just punching. I
Absolutely.
love
Absolutely.
Official. Always
Mm,
loved it. When I started getting into battle rap and watching females, that's who. Jazz is so witty, so clever, so smart. She's I don't
mm,
want to. People always say she got a high IQ, and she does. She
mm.
knows how to win battles. She
She
don't
does,
have to
Jazz.
be. Although she's a great lyricist and she's a really
Mm,
great rapper, although she has those things, she just knows how to win battles. She don't even have to be lyrically better than her opponent in order to win it. She's just so smart. So I admire a lot of. I love Shuni's progression You know what I mean? I love the way she just there's a lot of things that I do like about a woman, but I think maybe for the men, it's just I don't know, maybe it's just the grit and the aggression and
Mm.
um so that's my preference. But no, I don't want to diminish what the women do. I support my ladies. I support the women. I support.
So are you done with your? How far are you? Did I say earlier? You said you're done with the material. What do we listen? You get me? I can't hear you, baby. I can't hear you. Know. Come on and come back in then. I can't hear you. Come on and come back in. Yeah, come on and come back in. Yeah. Let's get Pristavia back in here, man. Let's get back in this joint, man. You know what I mean? Let's get it back in here. Got a few questions I gotta ask about jazz. Here we go. All right.
Is
Yeah, you good.
FaceTime.
You good. You good. You good. Sis. I know how they go. I
You
know how they
got you
go.
can hear me now?
Can you hear me? We good.
I can. We're good.
All right, we good. We good. We good.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. You were saying?
I think we left off in talking about what we talking about the last day we left off at. I guess you're talking. Well, let me go back to Shayna Ashley right quick and everything. The for you, no, done with the material. You can hear me? Nah. Ooh, all right. I'm gonna send you another link. I'm gonna send you another link. I'm gonna send you another link. All right. I'm gonna send you another link to the phone. All right. All right. Close. I got you. I'm gonna send you another link. Hold on, let me get back in. Let me get back in. Hold on. You good? I can't hear you though. But check it out. Whoa, you was almost there.
Now?
Okay, we good. We good. We
Oh
good.
God, I'm
Okay, we
sorry. I
good.
don't mess up your
No,
show.
we're not tripping off that. I got you. Listen, the fact I got to talk to you, I'm happy about that. Number one, so I'm not tripping. Okay. Um, how far are you done with the material for Shayna?
I'm 95% there. So I got pretty much the rounds done. I might want to make changes. I might feel like I want to touch it up, but for the most part, I'm done.
Mm.
Um, I just for the most part, I feel like I'm done. Cause I like a long time just to go over it, cause I want to know it like the back of my hand. Like I know the alphabets. I
Right,
wanted to know my material like
right.
that. So that's why I try to just write and finish early so that I have those either 3 weeks or a whole month of hammering, knowing my material back and forth. So I am because to be honest, I've been there where it's like I done rehearsed this a million times, but in the moment you get interrupted by the crowd, something that could throw you off. And even though I know it, you could draw a blank. So I just try to be as prepared as possible.
How excited are you when you hit that first haymaker and the fans are going crazy? How exciting! I mean, you're not gonna know now, obviously, right? But are you looking forward to that? I should ask you. Maybe it's a better
I
question.
I I am, and you know what? What I used to do, you kind of think like, okay, which bar is gonna be that haymaker? But they always surprise me. Like what I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna get them. It be going over their heads.
Oh, yes, all right.
Yeah, they be over
Right,
their heads,
right.
and in the comments, you go like, man, people slept on that bar or whatever. I'm like, I thought for sure that was gonna be the bar. And then they'll like something that you thought particularly was absolutely simple. And they going crazy for it. So I don't a lot of times people when they're rehearsing their rounds, they kind of rehearse it around predicting where the reaction is gonna be.
Right.
I drew it as if potentially if as if what if I get no reaction? And so I gotta go through this material. And for me, that's what happened in my third with official. I got way
Mm,
less reaction, but
yeah.
I knew what I was saying was of quality, so it was okay. I wasn't tripped up about, and I've been there where I made that mistake of being tripped up that yo, y'all not, what are y'all listening to? Like, so with my third with official, I'm like, nah, it's okay that they're listening
Mm,
because I felt like it was a quality round.
mm,
So it wasn't some people's preference. Some people didn't like it or whatever, and that's okay. I felt like it was a quality round. So whether or not I got reaction to it, I kept going. And so I prepare my mind with that. But what if you don't get a reaction? Keep going. You gotta know that what you're saying is good, whether or not people respond to it.
mm. In 2022, I think you were ranked number 7 in Woody.
I don't watch those
Look at
stuff.
you, man. Stop trying to be humble. We're not doing that. Weren't you ranked high for Wody in 2022,
I
man?
don't be pay, I don't pay attention to it. I don't pay
Nah,
attention to it. Yeah,
you don't care about stuff like that.
yeah,
Nah.
yeah. I don't. I don't really, if I'm involved in it, I appreciate people involving me. Like, oh yeah, for Wody, but um because it's an opinionated sport, and I
It is.
felt like to some degree with some of the battles I've had, I felt like people were intentionally to trying to discredit me. I felt like I did way better than like in my opinion, the fact that it was debatable for some, this is my personal opinion, when I battled Yoshi, I'm
Right.
like, I felt that that was pretty clear.
It was
But for
clear. It was clear.
some,
It was clear. It was
but a
clear.
lot of people I felt like I was just being discredited, and so I let that stuff go. No, y'all can have that. I'm here for this part, and whatever y'all, you know what I mean. So that stuff is like, oh, okay, but I don't really pay close attention to that because, I
Are
may
you
not particularly agree with your opinion.
are you excited to come back? Are you excited back? Are you like
I am. I had to get there. I
yeah,
had to get there because I don't know. I didn't know whether or not I just enjoyed it as much because of the anxiety that you experience going into it.
okay.
And with the I think right before the official battle, I just come home from doing that whole thing with Hitman Holla,
Bags
and I
and
was
bodies,
going
right?
for a month of Bags and Bodies. I
Yeah.
was going for a month. I'm like, I don't like that.
Hope Trilly did a 2-on-2. I think you battled somebody. Who else you battled on there? You had a couple of joints on there.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun, but I would never do it
B-Mac.
again.
You battled B-Mac
B
over there?
Mac, I
Yeah.
battled B Mac, I battled Callie and Mac Myron
2-on-2. Yeah.
with the
Mhm.
2-on-2. I
Right.
hope
Peanut.
Trilly.
Little
And we
peanut.
did like a little challenge where I battled John where we only had an hour to prepare
Yes.
for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
1 hour to write it. I was like, oh
Right.
my God. That was so difficult. But I
Right.
enjoyed that experience, but I would never do that again of just like being away from my family that long. It was just so I don't know, just being that high on anxiety, I needed
Mm.
that release.
How many more times do you think we're gonna see you for the rest of the year?
I'm available. If it sounds right,
Mm.
if I'm
You're gonna get phone calls. Don't try to be humble. You were gonna get phone calls. Come on, man. You know that.
like I said, I had some offers even before this, but for me, my return had to be Chrome. It had
Right,
to be
right, right.
Chrome.
I'm pretty sure
So
Drake Dennis is gonna call you sometime soon. The Gates of the
yeah,
Garden, he's
Drake.
gonna call you. You and Danny Myers had a classic over there. So you know what
Yes,
I mean? So I'm
Drake
pretty
did reach
sure.
out to me. Drake was trying to get me on a card.
As
He
he
did.
should, as he should. uh,
Yes. So I'm sure maybe after this, I'm sure, many more people are going to reach out. And I'm not going to overwhelm myself because I still got a lot of things just that I'm doing personally. And that's another thing. I felt like the other things in my life that I wanted to do and just accomplish, I've deferred them because I had to give so much attention to battle rap. And so I
mm,
have to find a balance where I'm able to give focus to other things as well. So the moment I feel too consumed, I might pull back a little bit. I don't want to be completely, what I mean, I don't feel like I'm going to completely remove myself like I did before, but I do want to just accomplish certain things that I want to accomplish, and that takes time.
so let's look at this. All right. Let's look at the timetable. You are battling in the month of May, right? So we got
Mhm.
June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? Bang. Do you foresee yourself having two more battles in that time frame,
I could
sis?
see that could happen. That
Okay.
really could happen. That could happen. So, yeah,
Is your
I'm a,
comeback? You were calling this your comeback, basically.
this is the comeback. This is the
Comeback,
comeback.
Pristavia comeback. You know what I
This is
mean?
the comeback. And yeah, I don't know. So there was an opportunity. I don't know if I'm able to talk about it yet because I don't know if
I don't want to
whatever
get you in
that's.
trouble. I don't want to get you in trouble.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so I won't talk about it.
Don't
But
do
there
that.
was another potential battle, a male opponent, huge male opponent, but that kind of fell through. If that is revisited later in the year with this, then I am open to like battling that person because I got excited about it, but I didn't want that battle. That's not a person you battle on your but that almost happened. not a person you want to really battle in that return because he's a dog. But but I love him. I
You know,
love him.
names just
Listen,
flowing through my head right now.
he's
Got a
a
lot of names over
dog.
here, love.
Man. So that would have been crazy, but no, Shayna, this works out. Shayna's a great return battle.
Are you expecting
Yeah.
URL to give you a call?
They might, but the URL they don't talk right. So
What you mean?
I mean, what they're um I get it. Maybe there's just a drought right now with
Mm.
how they have to allocate things. But what they offer me for the opponents that they want me to battle, um, is just not it's not in my
Okay, gotcha. Not feasible. Not feasible, basically, right?
nah, no, no, borderline offensive.
Really?
Hmm.
Borderline offensive, sis. You
Yeah.
all right? What we doing? You better stop playing. Y'all
Yeah,
better
it
stop,
just it
boy.
didn't make sense. I'm like,
You got a
I'm like,
female pit over here, man. She don't play no. Come on, I was in a building for an official. You know what's funny about you, an official? Because you said
hmm.
something earlier. I saw you come in the building and show mad people love you, smiling, taking pictures. Then I watch you go in the ring. You conform to a whole different person. And after the battle, back to Night Pristavia. I got fam. You just on stage talking crazy.
Listen,
You know what I mean?
I was so grateful for official taking a battle. Like I said, she's one of my favorite people in battle rap, but
I love
outside of it,
official.
just her personality, I was kind
Yes,
of just like gravitated to her. I love me some official. So I'm always a pretty like that's how I felt about Danny. Like when
Danny. Woo.
Dre and Dennis was like, I to this day, in my opinion, he was my favorite opponent because he was just going crazy, and I love what he did. I love it. So I appreciate official.
So go back to
Um,
URL right quick. Do you also look at it more like you? I battle people like Danny Myers. I was part of gun titles. I battle dudes. I'm betting a lot of female. Let's call it what you bet a lot of dudes. I ain't trying to put you in no box.
Thank
You
you. No, thank
betting
you.
mad dudes. Just call it what it is, right? So
Thank
why
you.
would y'all come that way with me when the culture knows if you put me in a significant, a big monster, it could be you rock, you twerk, you Geechee. The culture's not gonna be mad and be like, yo, why y'all book that battle? You know what I'm saying? Like that's not
Hmm.
gonna happen at all. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and one of the names you mentioned was the potential battle that I had,
I figured
and
that. I figured
one of the names that you mentioned was one of the potential battles
that.
that I had, and
Okay,
I absolutely love and adore. I love and adore that person. It was Geechee Gotti, and I love Geechee. He's one
okay.
of the people who could do no wrong in
That's my
battle
guy.
rap.
That's my guy.
All
That's my
right, I don't
guy.
care what
I like Geechee, man.
what they do in battle
Yeah,
rap. I'm just gonna love what they do.
right.
So yeah, I had that potential, and then people came in between that and blocked it. So I don't know, man. I don't want to.
Fuck it.
I don't want to say I don't like talking negatively about people and
I
things, but
got you. I got
some
it.
people came in and kind of blocked that opportunity. But it was also a good thing. It was also a good thing because, like I said, that would have been before this Chrome battle, and I think Shano is more appropriate. So if that is the consideration being revisited later down the line, either
Right.
this year or sometime in the near future, I'll
Mhm.
be open to battling Geechee because it sounds good on your resume. I get a stripe. You stand in front of Geechee and survive. I survived Danny. I
Yeah.
survived Fonz. Fonz is a
That's
puncher.
fonts too. You did survive fonts.
Woo.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I mean, I edged him the battle, obviously, but I didn't die. Like he didn't kill me.
Right, right. And I mean, the
Mm.
riot. I'm pretty sure the riot's gonna call you. Geechee's gonna call you. I'm pretty sure Easy, the trenches are gonna call you. You
Oh,
know what I mean?
maybe, maybe. I haven't heard from Easy. I wonder how he's doing.
I heard from Easy. I'm gonna leave that down. I'm gonna leave
There
that
might be a little
alone.
strain in that because I'm still gun titles. So I mean,
The gun
I
titles.
don't.
What do you think about the have you heard? You obviously you know about the split. Everybody what they whatever. How you feel about the everybody going their
You know,
separate ways? It feels like
it's unfortunate, but I'm never mad at anybody who makes a decision in their life to do what they feel is best for them. And so
right.
people, you're allowed that. You're allowed to change your mind. And so he wanted to be a part of it. Um, And so he was, and then he didn't, and so he's not. And so people are allowed to make that decision. Um, so I don't feel any type of ways for people making decisions in their lives that they're entitled to make for whatever they feel is best for them. I think it's important though for me um is because you is to it's just to be appreciative of the opportunity that it's allowed you. So I know that Surf acknowledging me, and I'm gonna be honest, I was in coming into battle rap, I was ignorant. So I didn't know that Surf was who he is. I didn't know. Oh snap, he's
Yeah,
a big deal.
he's a big deal.
He's
He's a
a
big deal.
really big deal.
He's a big deal. He's a big
And
deal.
I didn't know that
Big deal.
initially. I didn't know that initially, but he just
Box office. He's box office.
right. And so he took an interest to me. And so I acknowledged that I wouldn't be still, even with the acceleration that was happening, I would not be, where I'm going without Surf kind of bringing me under that. And for people who are faithful and loyal to, who do for me, I like to do back for them. And I like to show my commitment and loyalty. You know what I mean? Remy is always giving me opportunities. I'm loyal to
Right,
Remy.
right, right,
To
right,
serve him doing, I'm committed to these people. So as long as that relationship is good and is not,
right,
then I don't like to kind of just turn my back on things and I turn my back on people with the first opportunity
right, right, right,
of
right.
to
Yeah,
opt out of it. But everybody operates different and they're entitled to make those decisions in their lives. I'm never mad at anybody for
right.
doing that.
Did you want to be part of the Chrome tournament at one time?
Uh Kind of. I did have a lot on my plate. So
Mm,
not really, but
okay,
that idea would have been cool. But I did have a lot because I was preparing for the whole bags and bodies things right during
mm,
that time that they were doing that.
right,
So, so maybe I wouldn't be. I mean, and what I appreciated about Remy was that she acknowledged that these are women with children. So we may take a. It's going to take a little bit of more time,
right, right, right.
to prepare. So
Mm,
because that 2 week anxiety, I was, I was a anxious wreck going into that battle with Fonz
mm,
and then turning around and doing what we did for bags and bodies, it was even worse. Your anxiety because we were battling every 3 days. I think it was. We only no. We only had like 3 days to prepare, to
mm,
write full rounds. And this is why you saw, if you saw the series, you saw like a lot of choking. You saw like
mm.
a lot of recycling of bars.
Yes, a lot of that was going on. Absolutely.
Unfortunately, but it's not feasible. So this is what Hitman does. This is what Hitman does, what Charlie does on Wild and Out. They can do that. We're not we're not conditioned in the same way. They can do that,
Mhm.
but that was a form of like boot camp and conditioning to kind of hone you and get you a little bit better. So it was quite an experience.
Couple more questions here, sis. Your battle with C3. Talk
Mhm.
to me about that. Your battle with C3.
I think that was a good battle. And if I'm being honest, that was another battle that I felt people were trying to discredit me. I've had people literally say, well, and not with that battle, but would say to TS that, well, she's my friend, so I'm just gonna say she won that battle. And I feel like that's what they're doing with C3. Although C3 did well, she's one of my favorite as well. As a person and as a artist,
Mm,
she's one of my favorites. But I felt like, and even in the building, I think she gave me the battle. She
mm.
said, she was like, yo, welcome to, you know what I mean? Because there was this argument at one point, or was whether I'm top tier or not. I don't care about that. But I felt like that was one of those battles,
So I don't care about that.
people just like to argue amongst themselves. But that was one of
Right.
those battles where I felt like they were just trying to discredit me, but because just to support their friend. Like, oh, that's just my friend, so I'm just gonna say she won.
Mm,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
am, it's my personal opinion, that I edged that battle, and I think that C3 did great. She did wonderful. In my personal opinion, I felt like I edged the battle, but people are saying that
So,
I lost the battle. It's only her, the friends. So, but I don't. That's why I'm like, y'all can't even be honest.
right. That's what you
So
you had the entire suicide die life laughing scheme, I think. You had like a die laughing scheme or something like that. You had
oh yeah, I can't. I'm gonna be honest. I can't remember, but I know
wow.
what you're talking. But yeah, I did do. Yeah, I did do a whole setup about that, and it was like including like Robin Williams because of what he
Yeah, that
did.
was crazy. Yo.
Yeah.
Wow, it was wild. He was
Yeah.
uh,
Because and it was such a sensitive topic. I wanted to do it where it wasn't disrespectful or
right.
abrasive
It
or
wasn't. It wasn't.
unkind.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. So because you don't want to get, there's
yeah.
certain things like even if you say you know something about a person in battle rap, you just if you like them, you still don't just cross those lines.
Right.
And so I wasn't gonna cross any lines, but I wanted to try to be clever with it. So I'm glad you appreciated it.
Absolutely, sister. I rock with you, man. I love my Brooklyn girls. I love y'all, man. Listen, are you back with the fedoras? Are we getting those back? Are you back with the hats? Are we gonna get?
Oh what? Y'all want the hats away? Y'all want the
Only
let me
this is
know.
only right though. It's only right though, man. It's only right. It's
Oh,
only right.
all
It's only right.
right.
Only right,
We'll
sister.
have to see. Well, then we're gonna have to see about
Absolutely,
that. You
man.
got to see
Absolutely.
about that then.
If you didn't take time off, do you think you and Jazz would have seen each other by now, or no?
That's gonna have to happen. That's just gonna we're gonna have to lock horns eventually. And you know what? I like jazz a lot, and so I know that her wanting because I think it's been mentioned by her several times. Like yeah, like to battle Pristavia. So that's a how do you say a compliment to
Mhm.
me to hear Jazz say that because of who she is. She's also one of those people, colossal. Because of who she is. So of course we're eventually gonna have to lock horns. We're both team Brooklyn, you know what I mean? But we're
Absolutely.
gonna but we're and it's gonna be good and it's gonna be good. So with Jazz, she's such a strategist. You got to get into a different bag. Like lyricism alone just won't do. Rapping ability alone won't do it. She's a great
That's true.
strategist.
That's
She
true.
intentionally, I know she goes first to set the tone. Now
Mhm.
the audience is already on her side. They don't really want to hear what
They
she's
love
about to
jazz.
say.
Jazz. People love jazz, man.
People love jazz, and for many reasons, I understand that love for jazz. I'm a jazz fan, so I understand that love for jazz. So, but her and I are gonna have to lock horns, sooner than later.
Okay. What about hustle?
Oh, that could happen.
That'll be very interesting right there.
You
I
like
do.
that?
I like you hustle. Yeah, I do.
That
I
could
really
happen.
do. Yeah, yeah. Are
Yeah,
you familiar with Chirac and them? The new girls of Chirac.
not as much. I've heard the name floating about, but I can't say that I've actually watched the battle yet. So she pretty good. I'll check her out
She's
then.
pretty good. She's pretty good.
Okay, so I'll check her out. I'll listen. I'll.
Listen, I ain't gonna keep you long, sis. Just to see your face and talk to you and just have a conversation. And listen, you gotta understand something. When we saw the flyer, we was like, "Whoa, Pristavia." I said, "All right, Ray, what we doing? This ain't a word. Oh, that's the type of vibes you want? No, all right, so let's out.
I
It's
so appreciate you reaching out. You were
yeah,
the
of
first
course,
person to
man,
reach
of
out,
course.
and I said, "Oh, absolutely, I have to honor my brother by."
I'll be in the building for that. So I'll be in the building
Oh
right there. I'll be
yes,
in the
well,
building. I'll be in the building for the whole weekend and stuff like that. So we'll
that's what's
definitely
up.
chop it up when I see you in Miami and stuff, though, sister. All right.
Absolutely.
Steve, I appreciate it. Welcome back, though, Queen. You feel
Thank
me?
you. Thank you
Love is
so
love. You hear me?
much.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, always. Well, have a great night.
You too, sister. Shout out to
Bye.
Pristavia.